lot more belief. People actually now do want to play for the manager. With the Amarim, that wasn't the case. It's unfortunate he had to leave so soon.
They did concede 2 goals with a combined XG of 0.19.
Basically 2 goals of the month in one half, pretty much.
One game, yeah.
Dogo, he didn't even realize what happened. He looks at the camera, he's like...
As he posted after that position, I just have to smash it. Yeah, bravo, Barry Garland, man, you know. I personally don't want to win the league. If I had to choose, I'd go Aston Villa. Cunha does have something to prove. He was dropped immediately. Carey came in because Cunha was having moments where he doesn't want to pass the ball. Today I was happy he didn't do that. No.
Worked it. Flows yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's not easy to attend funerals. Just be laughing. Yeah, start laughing at it. But here we are, yet again, with the death of a certain home record, the death of a certain defensive record, and some may say the death of certain title hopes. But you know, in life everything does come to an end sometimes, and we have to respect that. Now, these are tears of joy, because we never thought this day would come. The end of a regime that some may call, I don't know, terrorism.
Sipping Martians.
Man. But here we are. By the grace of God, we do defeat evil. I know where you know, you guys, you know where we're going with this. Without further ado, let me introduce our cast for today. I'm your host, Ted Kotawa, as always. And I've got my co-host with me,
Alexander. Mafi.
and someone who had a long day. Let's get into it. You know, we're not going to let this hard moment for you, you know. We're happy that you still came onto the pod, you know, during this difficult time.
Yes.
And you still made it on here. This is the kind of commitment he has to this show.
Most.
Anyway, let's get going.
Oh, in terms of commitment, actually, you know, just in his defense, you know, all 3 of us, Alex, you, myself, we've had one of those moments where we have missed the pod, but he's always the one who has always showed up for the pod. So you know, sometimes you know you have to give props to the fella.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, he's showed up for every single episode, bro. He's never missed one.
Indeed. Props to him.
One.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we'll start with the biggest game of the weekend. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. Who could have seen that coming? Hey, I know none of us did. You know, none of us did. This is the first time that all of us have gotten, at least in terms of win or lose or draw, a game prediction wrong. Yeah. And boy, am I happy about that. you know, sometimes you're happy to be wrong. You're happy to be wrong.
Yes.
And I think it's one of those ones. It's one of those ones.
It's like they had to be wrong.
It's like just the end of the tyrannies, Well, we'll sort there, but it's a step towards the right direction. Jokes aside, people. That, I don't know what to say, man. I'm just buzzing with that win. Arsenal, man. 3 games without a win in the league. 2 draws, 1 loss. Lead that could have been 9 points, maybe even more.
It's not just 4, right?
It's just 4. But we'll get to that. Let's deal with the positives first. Man United. 2 games since we sucked. Non-rib. 2 wins, 6 points. And might I say, against the 2 top teams with it.
Against City and Arsenal. You know what?
Who would have thought?
I thought you guys would probably get. If you asked me this a few weeks ago, I would definitely say you guys are gonna get a point across those 2 games if you're
At best.
At best. But you got every single point that was up for grabs.
Might I add, though, that I did mention that out of the fixture list we had, we would probably not win the previous 2 games and win. You're more looking at Man United. It's the games you don't expect them to win that they do win, and it has just happened like that, which does scare me about the next game, to be honest. But we'll get to that later. Michael Carrick, 2 games in charge, finding a way to
break down.
to beat teams, regardless of whether they have possession of the ball or not. Yes, it's quite interesting to see. Now, is it all down to just the change of manager? And just as simple as saying, guys, we're going to play 4-3-3. Y'all just go have fun. Is it that simple?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's that simple. There's a lot more belief. People actually now do want to play for the manager. Feels like with the Amorim, that wasn't the case. It's unfortunate he had to leave so soon. But that's okay. But I think it's a little bit more than that. And, when everybody brings their shooting boots to the capital, obviously, you raise your hands and clap and say, fair play. I think that was a great game. There's something about how Carrick was looking in the first half. It felt like somebody was holding a loud one hostage. He was locked in. And so United. So yeah, I think it's a little bit more than that, I would say. But also, yeah, there's a lot more to the manager bounce that we couldn't stop. So it's
To me, tough. And to be fair to Arsenal, they did concede 2 goals with a combined XG of 0.19.
Yeah, those are basically 2 goals of the month in one half, pretty much.
One game, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Dogo, he didn't even realize what happened. He looks at the camera, he's like,
as he posted after, he said, in that position, I just have to smash it.
Just gonna try and see what happens.
It's like that is literally Bafabari Garland, man. But it is great to see. I saw a lot of Arsenal fans mentioning that for you to get kind of goals like that, you have to be able to be risk takers. And a lot of Arsenal fans are complaining that Arsenal has this style of play that is risk averse. You'd rather recycle the ball 100 times rather than just going for it, going for the weird shot or whatever from where no one expects you to score from or whatever. Just doing it. Because you have that system in play and yes, some people would say you play for corners and whatever. Yes, understandably so. I was watching the Rio Presents podcast and he mentioned that Arsenal fans are not in a position to demand in what style they should win the league in.
Oh yeah,
They are in no position to do that. They've not won the league in so long. Whatever way Arteta is going to use to win it, use it. As long as you win. Yeah. So, and I agree. You're in no position to demand the style of play. Yes, the driver fans can say all we do say. And for example, we had that moment where Ahmad did mention to a fan that kind of quote unquote that Arsenal only depend on corners to win games. Yes. He mentioned that to a fan on Twitter when they were going back and forth. And yes, the league knows it, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you win the league, you've won the league.
That's true.
In the future, it's not going to be recent. Premier League winners via corners. It's not going to say that. Doesn't matter. You know? So, yes, there's that sense of that. And that's why you struggle to win the big games, though. The games against the Liverpools, the Man Cities, you know? The Chelseas, the Uniteds. You see, the big six, unless the big six at the moment, you're looking at those games and you've not won where you, like, I feel like
As we used to. We had as a record
exactly.
before.
We've not beaten Liverpool this season.
No.
And this is a Liverpool team that's quite beatable. Yeah. United, yes, you beat us the first day of the season, unless lost against us in the second leg. Chelsea, you know, you have that moment with where they got the red card and you kind of see where that game would have gone, you know, without that. And then City being City, yes, you equalize in the last minute as well. But then again, those are the games you kind of need to win. Yes, it's good that you're putting away the teams you expect to put away. But then if you have the odd game like Nottingham Forest, and we had this conversation last weekend, talking about how we view that draw now after years and the odds painful.
Oh no, absolutely.
Because now those 2 points look a lot more precious now. You know, is it gonna be a case of deja vu?
I don't think so. Been impressed with how we've reacted to a lot of the well, there's not been many, but at least a lot of the setbacks. I'd say, league-wise or even in, well, I guess league-wise, because that's I was going to say Champions League, but this is not.
There's setbacks there whatsoever.
But it's about how you react, and I think the next game is crucial. And personally for me, I'm well, you never want to lose, but I definitely didn't want to draw that game, because then you'd have people trying to find positives in how, you know, we may have played here or there, which I don't think we played to the level of actually winning the game itself. As I said, it's two oldies. You tip your cap to United at this point in time, with I think there being 16 games or so left. Yeah, you need that wake up call to remind, I think, everybody what happened the previous seasons, and how much do you actually want to win this league? Because I was not seeing a lot of people feeling. I don't think they were feeling.
But how much of that does that lie onto the manager as well?
I would say quite a bit, because we are coming to the point for most fans that we're seeing the transitions, at least the way we play, as we talked about being risk averse and things of that nature. If you're having Odegaard in the team, the ball is not going to move as fast. So,
and what a big that can be. That is your captain. That is your captain, your football club captain. You expect this person to be riling you up whenever you need that impetus to go and get a goal every time. It doesn't seem to be able to do that, and it doesn't get
people. We have people on the bench who clearly, I mean, as we saw with Spurs, are at least more of a attacking for
a goal today,
or even in this tight spaces. So it's interesting. I'm hoping we can see some changes. We do have the depth. It was, I think, one of the first games where almost everybody was available. Arteta really needs to now. We're going to see whether he can actually make the tough decisions, because I think obviously Champions League we're waiting for. I think it'll be round of 16, whatever it may be. But at least if we can win these next 5 games, then you're looking at it not being as bad. But I'm taking grace from opposition fans being happy, because they're seeing there may be hope that we'll be bottling it again, which is fine. But as we mentioned, we're probably seeing City getting close. As I said they may catch us, but they still win. We still win the league.
I personally, I don't think if I've said this on camera. I don't know if I'm done so or not, but I don't know. Have City win the league again? Yeah, you look cute.
Just City and Arsenal, or rather have City win the league?
Guys from London, I understand you, but as a Manchester United fan, seeing our noisy neighbors winning the league again, and mind you, there was a time they won they won it 4 times in a row.
Yeah,
before
never been done before.
Never been done before. So you understand, that's a line of dominance that we do not want to see. That one, how many Premier Leagues now? 7, 8. you're looking at they're edging closer to R13, you know. So you don't want to see that, you know. I personally don't want to City win the league. If I had to choose, I'd go Aston Villa, but you know.
Still an Arsenal manager. No, it's very bad. Not very manager.
What do you mean an Arsenal manager?
See a former Arsenal manager, Aston Villa.
What does that have to do with he doesn't what
No, just making a joke.
That doesn't mean we'll get a mandate.
Arsenal get a medal for Emery winning the league. I don't think they would. I think best case scenario for me, Aston Villa win the league. If not, then Arsenal, fine. I will deal with the talk for the next 1,000 years or something. Can't do that. Can't do that.
No, we've heard
Yeah.
you. We've heard
Yeah,
you. We've heard you. You guys have your time in the sun. Fair play. Those are fantastic. Honestly, those are great goals. I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed that game.
You've mentioned heavily. You've spoken heavily about the two worldies, which I mean, to be fair, there's not really much you can beat him out. Well, to be fair, Raya was off his position for the goal, the Cunha goal. And Cunha saw and then put it exactly where he could never reach.
Yeah.
So again, well taken goal. Capitalized on a small mistake from the keeper.
Game of margins, yes.
Yeah, but the one I'm curious about is for the worldie of an assist from Zubimendi, because like in the past, I was gonna say that the Arsenal don't make very many defensive errors, like blatant ones like that. That being said, they've been one.
There's a two real versus
the Gabriel one, yeah, but then he corrected the later ones and things worked out. But the point is, either way, you guys don't make mistakes. Like that's not something that your defense is known for. Not like Chelsea's gentleman. Thank you. Yeah, so them and put on a plate for the attacker. But yeah, so what happened in that case? I don't think the manager now can. That one has to be blamed now.
So it's a mistake, and people are human. I mean, probably 99 out of 100 times he's not doing that because he's Zubimendi. Like in terms of giving the ball away.
I saw that Zubimendi I saw a stat that Zubimendi has made more errors leading to goals since he joined Arsenal than Thomas Partey did in 5 years. Now that is a damning stat. Albeit Partey was in a perfect CDM, but there's a way you've got to take care of the ball in and around that area. Yeah. You guys have been able to cover those cracks because you're good at getting goals on the other side. Yeah. Albeit whether open play or not, it doesn't matter.
What does it all?
You get your goals on that side. You're good at something that gets your goals on that side, and that covers cracks. Now today, that was nullified. You could not get as many as you would have wanted. Now you see now those mistakes being punished, and you're not scoring on that side. You can see how that. Again, it paints a bigger picture. Is it something that needs to be corrected? Because you guys give away goals sometimes. In that game versus Arsenal, United versus Arsenal, when Arsenal scored, they had a good 7 minutes of errors that United could have. They capitalized on finally on the Mbomo one, the Zubimendi one, but there were 2 errors before then that United could have scored as well. Yeah, they were just the Bruno one especially. Yes. That one, the last ditch tackle by Saliba, great. But that again was again you see that the lapse in concentration. And when you face teams with higher quality, the punishment that you receive from that could be it. That's it for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because usually like with the smaller teams, I mean an error like that, again, you can always back Saliba, Gabriel and Raya to pull it on the nets. But like you're saying with a stronger quality of attackers, they're putting that away. You do that with Man City, you're dead. With the way the manager is playing right now,
you're done. Now, it's an unforgiving league in terms of being punished with errors at the back. You're gonna get punished. But again, moving into the fragile, maybe quote unquote fragile mindset that Arsenal players may have when they get into positions of pressure. I know Arsenal fans especially are getting a little bit worried now. Because one other game like that means the league is dead open. And in most cases, if you're 1 point ahead of City, it just means City has won that league. Because you're bound, and you've not played City. Yeah. You've not played City and you're just 1 point ahead. Man, I keep telling you, man, if Haaland regains his form, that's a problem. That's a problem because that pushes the tide to City winning their games every time. So
absolutely.
Understandably so. Yes, you don't want it. Obviously, you're not going to believe that, it's not that. but understandably so, you can see why fans can be worried.
Oh no, absolutely. But I feel like if we actually have, again, going back to players actually take at least more risks, or at least create more chances now in the final third, then you can still afford to make the 1 or 2. Because I still believe we're a team that can. Because I mean, this was. Yeah, I was getting flashbacks of 2-3 years ago since the last time we conceded 3
Yeah,
goals.
exactly.
So,
You know,
yeah.
like that's the defensive record I was talking about earlier. You know, 3 goals. Last time you conceded 3 goals in one game was on 121 games ago in all competitions. That is very impressive. Very impressive stat.
So it's only right that records are meant to be broken, but that means you also have another opportunity to start a fresh record.
I'm not sure whether you'll go another 121 games without conceding 3.
I'm also doubting that.
Because that's a crazy game.
Yeah, we'll wait for them to meet Bayern Munich in the Champions.
We like them already. That's true.
The round of 16 is a different
already. They are different. When it's the games on the weekday, they have different beasts.
Yeah. That's something Ted doesn't know. Having midweek only games. Yeah, no, it's true. He's a United fly, so.
To be fair, that's the guys were prepared for this year, no?
But you saw what to do at the time, though. They did something else at the time.
Absolutely.
Actually,
You guys should have won that game.
and we did.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, we just beat the best team in Europe. Yes, apparently. So with Kimati's logic, and makes Man United the best team in Europe, bro.
To be fair, by transitive property, that is true.
That means, and if not, if Chelsea is the best team in the world in the Club World Cup, and United beat them, that makes us the best team in the world. Jokes aside, jokes aside, yes, yeah, we do have time to regain ourselves and whatnot. You know what? Yes, if we can use it to our advantage, so be it.
Why not?
So be it. Why not? Do the best you can with the games that you have left. Play, get Champions League football, move forward. That's all you can do. And that's what we're going to try and do. I think moving forward, looking at Carrick, if we can keep the momentum, keep the tempo as we are, because you can tell even the intricate plays that you're seeing in the team right now, those triangles and whatnot that keep going in the squad. And yes, it is catching teams by surprise because you're not expecting those guys
by surprise.
Yeah, they're not expecting those United players to do that. Again, it's because I keep telling you that squad is a lot better than it was, they were being shown before. Then again, you raise the question, if Carrick keeps going in this manner, does he get the job full time?
I think so. Why not? If he does keep this going till the end of the season, why not?
You're looking at the PTSD that United has over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, giving it to be fair, Carrick has gone to do his managing in an English league in the Championship with Middlesbrough. 4 years there, did his thing, almost got promoted. Yes, it is a different situation. This is someone who has a different view in football and whatnot, and a different philosophy. But then you're kind of scared again of giving it to an inexperienced manager because you always have that pressure that you need to win. Yeah, you need to win. And then there's going to come a time where Carrick has that moment of struggle.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that moment, do you go, we sack because maybe he's actually not that good? Or do we stick? Maybe it's just a rough patch. We don't know.
Yeah.
Then again, if you have an experienced manager, let's say Thomas Tuchel or whatever, you get that. You know he's capable of winning. You're more inclined to believe that's just a rough patch if you're seeing something like that. That's the kind of risk you're looking at. And understandably so. I feel like I saw Roy Keane saying that even if Carrick went to win all the games and won the league, that he still wouldn't give Carrick the job, bro. I don't know what Carrick did to Roy Keane. But this guy, he does not want to hear it. He does not want to hear it. But let's see at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of miracles he can play.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, if you look at it, you're looking at his record, I mean, he's shown you that he's a pretty competent manager. If I'm not mistaken, played against Guardiola, Arteta twice, if I'm not wrong.
Unai Emery,
Yeah, Unai Emery.
2 shots.
Yeah, and how many losses has he had?
0.
There you go.
Yeah.
And do you remember when Carrick was actually appointed? Ronaldo came out and actually supported that choice, and that says a lot because the last time we all know how Ronaldo left United, and he said things were not right. He questioned everything about the club, about how it was run, and then like for Ronaldo to come out like that, he posted it, and to say that he's played with Carrick, he's a fantastic manager.
To clarify, that post by Ronaldo was taken from 2021. Oh, it's not recent. Go fact checks.
Oh, fuck.
But yes.
I keep on doing this shit.
Anyway, that is the post from 2021 when Ronaldo was talking about Michael Carrick back in 2021.
I'm sorry for that. We clarify and we apologize for that.
Yes. And yes, 2021. Yes, Ronaldo did say that. Yes, about 5 years ago. It's still a good point to see from Ronaldo. All right, enough. And we're gonna move forward from this segment. It was obviously going to take a bit of time, but
Time is out.
as it was the biggest game of the weekend. It was the biggest game of the weekend. Yes, and we had that handshake at the beginning of the game saying, "May the best team win," and I think the best team won. Yeah,
On the way.
Yes.
Not bad. Yeah.
That's that. That goes without saying. Not on the glide.
Better team.
Not on the glide.
No, on the day. I want to. He's on the day.
He says, "Say it, say it."
The best team won on the day.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
The better team won.
On the day.
On the day. He can't stop saying it. On the day. All right. We move next to Liam Rosinha.
Ah, yes.
Seems to be the Lego team bonding is
It's
doing wonders.
It's working because there's something that people had predicted when he was announced to be joining. When the rumors that were basically true, he is coming from Strasbourg, right? He had worked with Andre Santos before, and we thought that there's gonna be a great reunion, and Andre Santos might actually have the backing of a manager because he did have that before. Needed Lavia and Caicedo to be injured for him to get game time. So it was nice to see that double pivot of Caicedo and Andre Santos. And is also giving more opportunities to Esteban, which is good. My personal issue with him in the past few games is that he's still playing with Badiashile, but to be fair, it's not like he's got his pickings for centre backs at Chelsea. But I still would have picked that one. But anyway, moving on from that, he's had a great start to his career at Chelsea. Better than I think anybody would have expected. The results he's gotten are pretty decent. Can't really complain about them.
Are in those games you are expected to win regardless?
Yeah.
The thing was right. Even the games we were expected to win under Maresca, we was still failing. And so for us right now, a win is still a very great thing. And the thing is, we're also winning, not just scraping by or like getting scruffy goals. Most of them are, it's a convincing win. We're playing better. So those are pluses.
Looking at the games that you did play, you're looking at Pathos the 1-0. You're looking at still a little bit edgy. You're looking at the Brentford game, still not at the best. Crystal Palace game, I'll give it to you. You guys did dominate the team. The 18-year-old.
Because then I get that, but then again, one stage.
The Arsenal game in the League Cup.
Yeah.
I think that game is going to be very interesting to see. I want to see the second leg
Return fixture. Yeah.
I'm going to be very keen on that because I think that's how I'm going to judge a little bit on Rossini because so far I'm still like I think Maresca still won those games.
You're doing your job.
And suddenly it's not like he lost. Not like Maresca lost all the games. Like I understand that you had
all the games.
You did have that issue of the games where you're supposed to when you are not winning all of them. And I suddenly so. But you're looking at Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace morale in the team is completely dead.
That's true.
That's completely dead. It's a team devoid of any passion right now, any motivation.
Yeah.
So
and also the situation with the manager. Even him is not happy for Crystal Palace.
That is what I mean. I mean the manager situation and the clubs deciding to sell players and whatnot. That is causing a lot of disharmony in the camp, which is sad to see. And Mateta, you can clearly see his mind elsewhere. Yeah. Because he did miss that great chance in the beginning of Chelsea and Crystal Palace game. he has been missing chances, to be fair, this whole season. You hate to see it, but
He'll score a hat trick and then he'll go to dry spell for 3 months.
I don't know what he's doing right now, but you know what? It is.
It's the intermittent scoring.
Yeah. But you're looking at them. There will be challenges that we want to see come ahead, because it is easy. I saw someone saying that when you have that new manager bows, because there's a lot of players who want to prove a point. They're gonna go a few shifts beyond what they normally give. Then that dies down a little bit. Then you start to see, okay, who can we actually rely on in these moments? So for me, I'm still he has. You can really win what's in front of you. Then there's a few minutes in front of you. He's done well to do that so far. Now, again, they've studied the ship. You're like, okay, we've gotten a good amount of points so far. Let's keep it going. I think same as for Carrick. Give it time. Give it time. See how it happens in 6-7 games.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm not saying that he's a perfect manager or anything like that, but I definitely still need time to see how he fares with more games, with more time, seeing how things level out with the team as well. I can't say for sure we know who are his picks for the starting 11 in every single position. So he's also getting a feel for things. And the one point you did mention something about the high that the team's usually on when a new manager comes in, because you're going to prove a point. I'm worried to see how Liam Rossini is gonna continue that, keep those energies and those spirits up, because that's now gonna be on him. In the beginning, the players are like, I want to prove a point, so you pick me. But then how is he gonna keep that energy, that passion up for going down the road, right? And don't get me wrong, maybe building Legos might.
That's what you do. And that's was it Money Nest or something?
Yeah.
In the classroom? Yeah. That's where the Lego.
That's where the Lego comes in.
That is where the Lego comes in.
That's where the Lego comes in. Yes, Professor.
Yes, and that's what makes good managers, in my opinion. Because obviously players are going to be doing above and beyond to be picked. In some cases, the reason I see it different with United is because most of the players being picked were being picked before anyway.
That's true.
You look
like from Coley.
Yes, Kobe Mane does have something to prove. Also, Cunha does have something to prove, because he was dropped immediately. Carrick came in because Cunha was having moments where he doesn't want to pass the ball. But today I was happy he didn't pass the ball.
Ironically, this time you're like, no.
But then the happiest he's been having, obviously, off the bench, just prove that point that he is trying to show that I'm your guy, But also, he's also Patrick Dogu. He's doing that. He's doing his best to show that I'm your guy too, which is a good thing to have. But then that is also going to come to a point where it's going to die down, which is why it's good to have depth in that case.
I think same with Esteval as well.
Yes.
It's interesting you mentioned that he's giving him more game time. Is that Rossini or is it the medical team?
That's a fantastic question. And I think only time will tell us, because clearly the medical team, well, this is also true for the players as well, but the medical team did say that Cole Palmer should not play. Which was interesting, because we got to see Enzo in a cam role, which is, he does play well sometimes there. Like he did decently this game. But it begs the question, what's going to happen when Cole Palmer is fit and ready? Is Liam going to drop Enzo and play Cole Palmer and Cal?
You can drop you look at seniority.
Exactly. I don't think that's going to happen.
I can't drop Enzo.
Can't drop Enzo.
Those last minute goals.
Yeah.
You can't drop Enzo.
They're not gonna drop Enzo Fernandez. The person who's gonna suffer is Andre Santos because of seniority. Looking at seniority, Enzo is gonna have to move back, Palmer back, and there's no way you don't play Palmer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because even if you're looking to sell him in the summer, you need him to play so that you can say, yo, this is the price we want.
Chelsea know how to do that.
Oh yes. Chelsea know how to get you to pay some ridiculous amounts of money.
Oh, Chelsea, we know how to do business. We do business very, very
definitely.
So and even Esteval, it's an investment because he's going to leave Chelsea anyway.
I mean, that's a very generous statement for an 18-year-old. Yeah, he's going to leave Chelsea at some point in his career.
We're gonna make back.
I always wonder, like, in certain ways, when clubs do this, especially Chelsea. Yes, regarded as a big club in England and out of the world, but that sense of being looked at as a stepping stone club, because you do get players and then sell like a Dortmund kind of way. Get players, sell them for more. Get players, sell them for more. You do know the players are probably not likely to stay there for the rest of their careers. Whereas there are other clubs where people go there and say, "Yo, I'd like to. This is where I wanna. This is where I
At
want
least until we win trophies. Or
I want to stay here."
So yeah, I was gonna say that first of all, the players that I can think of that have left, walked out of the starting lineup, have gone to, for example, the likes of Real Madrid. Now, are I gonna say that Chelsea is bigger than Real Madrid? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, but Real Madrid
Cups calling everybody goes, even Trent. Now you want to be kicked out too.
You look at you look at it in that sense. Yes, Real Madrid does have a
certain pool.
have a certain pool of, especially the demographic of players that you get, because a lot of Brazilians love to play for Real Madrid and Barcelona. That is the dream.
Exactly.
That is the huge dream, and I kind of see that. I don't see that point. And I look at Man United. We don't have too many Brazilians who come into United, and we don't. When you look at Cunha, you're looking, Casemiro. You're looking at Casemiro, but that happened vice versa. We took it from Real Madrid, but then you don't get United usually, especially when a player is at the Greek. It's very rare. Even that Ronaldo one, it had to be astronomical money at the time. It had to be a world record fee for us to send him to Real Madrid. Fair enough. The Ballon d'Or win at the time, you're looking at, of course, you're going to have to be a world record fee. But they very rarely will United ever sell a player at their peak. It's always new contract. It's always new contract. You're looking at yes, they do have the money to up your money and even match your salary, or even better than Real Madrid and whatnot. And maybe that can sway your mind. You're looking at the time where Wayne Rooney wanted to leave United and Chelsea was coming knocking, and they're like, no, you ain't going there. Yeah, 300k a week. Maybe that is one of those things. But then again, you as a big club, you have a big name, you cannot allow that to happen. Now, do you look at Chelsea? Do you think Chelsea should be following such a model as well?
I don't really think that's something that's very important to me personally. I don't think that's something that they should really follow, because at the end of the day, even the players who have left at their peak, they leave after winning some things. In this case. So, for example, let me use the perfect example. Your Rudigers and your Eden Hazard, both of them, and Thibaut Courtois. So all three of them who left Chelsea at their peak for a decent amount of money and all went to Real Madrid, surprisingly.
The Rudiger left for free.
Oh, yeah, true. Out of the contract, yes. Yes, he got for free. But he just refused to sign a new one, and Chelsea were not willing to up the other.
But you kind of look at it, Real Madrid does it quite often these days, getting players on the contract.
See, they do that for Mbappe as well.
Mbappe, you're going to have to do it.
That's not the way, bro.
His contract was how do you pay out that contract with PSG?
You look at the bank account. Nice. It's not like Mbappe.
It's like when you're waiting for Black Friday. Yeah. That's exactly what Real Madrid do. Putting him on a wish list and waiting for Black Friday.
So if that because so in those particular scenarios, right, all those players that had already won quite a few things at Chelsea, as it was, Eden Hazard, for example, had won almost everything at Chelsea. So I don't really have any hard feelings for that, whether they leave or they don't, because as it is with Chelsea, if somebody's been there for the club for 6 to 7 years or something, even 8 years sometimes, so move on to the next. That's totally fine, right? And the thing is that also many of the players who have left have not necessarily left with bad faith. These are the players who usually leave. Like I said, they're going to clubs. Either they have said for multiple times, this is one of my dream clubs. So as a supporter, as a fan, what am I gonna do? I love you for play for my club, but I'm not gonna hold you back from what you actually want to do as well.
Fair enough.
All right, and it's not like you came here and played 3 games and then left. Right? You came here, helped us win quite a few things. I'd say in the past 10 years, those 3 players are walking into the team of the decade for Chelsea very easily. So I don't have any hard feelings when players don't stay in Chelsea for as long. Career merchants like your Lampards and your John Terrys.
Yeah, but that's if you feel like you're losing that recipe, I feel like we're losing that essence of one club players and things like that. Those are kind of recipes that we're losing nowadays.
Because across many clubs that doesn't happen.
Yes, I know. I understand that. So as I said, we're losing it, and you're looking at it I'm looking at it like a player like Saka. Saka if given a chance, I feel like he would want to retire at Arsenal.
That's true.
Yeah, you're looking at players like that. You're looking at people like maybe even Kobe Mino at Man United. Those are people you look at like
Reece James potentially.
James potentially.
Oh no, yeah.
Those-
He's gonna stick with us.
Those are players you're looking at and you're thinking they have the potential of being one club players.
Yeah, you know that thing that you're saying that we've lost like the one club people. We've lost those kind of players. You know, like Gerrard, Francesco Totti. You know, you've lost those people who stick with everything to that club. Come hell, come high water, they just stick there. Bro, there was a time in 2005, Gerrard was supposed to come to Chelsea. Istanbul, he won the Champions League. He said he's sticking with Liverpool. Totti stayed in Roma for the longest time.
Not the longest time. He didn't go in.
He didn't go in.
He didn't go in.
Yeah. So I understand that point that you're talking about. Like we don't have those kind of players anymore.
But do we need that?
I feel like that's not
It's something we have passed.
yeah.
Yes, but what I mean is that.
But it's not what's there. It's not.
The reason I also bring that up is also the domino effect it has on the market and the equation of things, because everyone keeps buying and selling.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, if people also stick to keeping what they have in some cases, also it can dictate how the market plays down as well. This because everyone is so prone to buying and selling, and that's why the prices keep going up. You know, so there's ways you can look into it. I understand you have that question: is it necessary? I feel like it brings a lot of people joy to see your favorite player be in your team for 10 years.
Yeah.
Those are legends now. Yep. Looking at people at Chelsea, this is with all due respect, your top 10 in terms of goals scored is not that. Like, it's not those numbers are not necessarily great in terms of how many goals it's required for you to get into the top 10 for Chelsea. And that's when you're looking at the model that they have, is that they never keep players for long enough to actually even break into that top 10. Even legendary status, how do you earn that now? Are we gonna call Cole Palmer a legend for Chelsea?
No, not right now.
No.
I mean, yes, but he is in the top 10.
Yeah.
For United, if you break the top 10, you're definitely regarded as a legend. Understandably, so different clubs, yes.
Yeah.
Even for Arsenal, I would say the same. There is the model that you guys have and how players can be seen because of it. I'm just a side note, you know. I'm just gonna see, like, I was just going to trying to see where you guys are at with that, you know. Because it was a thought process that I had before, but I wanted to see where you guys were with that, you know.
You wanna go first?
Yo, see, take just away. He was just advancing his point.
I'll just emphasizing on
Basically, the requirements to be a legend for your clubs is lower than ours, is all you're saying.
Didn't he say he wanted to see where we're at?
No. I'm just emphasizing. I'm not saying now because
No, but didn't you say it?
I said it.
Okay,
Thank you.
So I didn't understand the right thing. Okay, yes. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
see how we are clarifying issues.
Anyway, we're gonna move forward from that. Next up, we're gonna have to speak about these two teams in tandem: Manchester City and Liverpool. Okay,
One on the up, one on the down.
You know, we can't even really say Liverpool is on the down. Mind you, they had the longest unbeaten streak in the league up until this point. In the European top 5 leagues, mind you, they had got about 14, 15 games unbeaten. And it didn't even feel like that, because it was a shady kind of unbeaten streak, because they kept drawing a lot.
Yeah.
But yes, again, they lost last minute at the death.
Yeah.
I guess Bournemouth.
Given those,
But
also Van Dijk was doing some ridiculous things. I was looking at some of those goals. And I had to double check this is Liverpool that's getting scored like this, because these groundbreaking passes that are being sent down the right flank, Crickers is looking like he's not even there. Van Dijk is trying to bring the ball down with one touch, 1 foot from the goalkeeper, with pressure behind him.
It's such decisions where you're looking and you're wondering what's going through this guy's mind. But then again, a Liverpool fan told me that Van Dijk has enough credit in the bank to afford bad games like that. And I said, how much credit does he have?
Man, very wealthy.
Very much.
He
But there's a lot of
He has a lot of credit. He might have a lot of credit, but he's been
a score.
he's captain of
to
the
be
beyond.
fair, he has been poor this whole season. So how much credit can you afford? Because I don't see the same credit being afforded to Salah.
Salah is on his way out. Let's just call a spade a spade.
They were both given contracts at the same time.
No, but
Same
Salah,
event.
Salah at the end of this season, he's out.
Fair enough. But why can you not say the same about Van Dijk? Well, he's not publicly stated, obviously, that he wants to.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is one of the biggest things I think of.
Yes, understandably
how
so.
he's handled.
I feel like
and stuff.
yes, I feel like Van Dijk probably doesn't want to leave. He's comfortable. He's content. But you're looking at like why is he given so much more grace than Salah? Salah is more of a legend than Van Dijk is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But again, it's how he's handling the whole situation. I'd say mostly when even though having their rough patch, he kind of spoke out a little bit more, had a little bit more to say, and trying to in his own way get the team back to where it's supposed to be from a mental perspective. But then for a lot of that time, Salah did say anything, and the first thing you hear is him complaining about not starting or saying that he needs to go, is not being treated well. So then obviously if you're not necessarily liked anyway, then the media will just grab onto that and run with it. And I think that's pretty much the difference between them and
Right, and also like to that point, there are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, behind the 90 minutes that happen on the football pitch, like how they conduct themselves when they come to training, how they affect the team as well, like the personality, and Van Dijk has that kind of personality even in the back room. So it gets to the point where you actually think that this guy is better for the team than letting him go, even if he's not playing well. And I've said this many times in the pod. Sometimes, you just have to keep those certain kind of people. If they're playing bad, but there's a certain kind of character that you have to have in your team so that you can, make the team better. And I feel that like Van Dijk. Like I can see Van Dijk, even the Liverpool players, they respect him. Even if he makes mistakes, but still they respect him. And so it's one of those tricks.
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree with that. It's hard to mad each of this.
But I agree when it comes to having certain characters in your team. You have to make sure certain characters are there, especially in the tough moments. But to be fair, I look at Van Dijk, even if you drop him, who are you putting in there? Mm-hmm. Who are you putting in there that even has anywhere remotely close to the same presence? And whenever Liverpool, since Van Dijk moved to Liverpool, whenever Liverpool play without Van Dijk, they're more likely to lose than win.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a very crucial part to their team. And it's just a difficult one for Liverpool. It's a difficult one for Liverpool, very difficult. Yes, a slot ball is not looking very sexy. It's it's unfortunate for Liverpool fans.
I still think now they're pretty much aiming for a top 4. They may most likely still get it, but probably it's going to be maybe the second or the last game of the season where they're probably going to confirm that. But yeah,
I genuinely looking at the top 4, Arsenal, Aston Villa, City locked in. It's going to be those 3 for the title. That last spot for Champions League, at a coin toss between United, Chelsea, and Liverpool.
That's true.
no, I mean, if you guys keep basically matching each other,
Chelsea keep winning, then Man U have the spot.
Yeah. Which doesn't mean United is also going to win. I mean,
Chelsea won earlier in the day.
The thing is that United still has to play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and Liverpool at Old Trafford. Well,
and then City. I mean, we knew that they were gonna win that game. I think let's see. No, versus Wolves. Oh, I'm saying because we're speaking on Chelsea and Liverpool and City.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they were gonna win the game. I don't think anything. What was interesting was Haaland starting on the bench. But then again, Mamush comes in and scores a goal. What is supposed to do? So that's another player now was getting more confidence. So it's yeah, City are looking like they may have a run of sorts here, but we hoped that Wolves would pull something off. But
that going to happen.
yeah.
Semenyo coming through. Kigay, they're really good.
Yeah, I mean, yes, both those signings have looked fantastic. In their first couple of games, I would say Semenyo has 3 goals in 4 games.
4 games, yeah.
Or something like that.
Around, I think he has more than 3 goals because he's got a brace in one. No, chop.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have had a few more in this one too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. I mean, I think we should also have a rough patch and then buy the 2 best players from the other non-top 6 sides.
I don't think that's
press a button and
Arsenal is not a checkbook team like that. It doesn't work like that for you guys.
Yeah, I really wish like Chelsea would look at the benefits of buying Premier League proven players.
That's
Man, you are doing it. The last time you guys did it with Declan Rice, how it's worked out for you guys. When was the last time Chelsea bought a Prem proven player?
toss him.
I said Prem proven. I said proven.
I mean, keyword
Prem player.
keyword proven. Proven they can play well. But to be fair, Tosin didn't play well when he was at Fulham. And he was being courted by quite a few teams. We just got duped. That's okay. and it happens. It happens to some. It happens.
True, that is the best of us. But but yeah, I mean, it's fantastic to see for Man City. But as a Man City fan, I'd love that. But as Cairo said earlier as well, I think in a few episodes ago, City have basically bought the 2 best players in those positions in the league right now. And the way they're bolstering this team of theirs, they've looked. Sometimes they've not looked as convincing throughout this season. We've said that Pep is falling apart. Sometimes his tactics don't look as scary as they were back in the day. But with this bolstering and them, Arsenal dropping a few points here and there, let's see what the second half of the season is going to do. Because it looks like they're showing that they really want to challenge.
And it's going hand in hand with my prediction that they want it because they know it's Guardiola's last.
Mm-hmm.
They want it. I'm still thinking
Great
about.
parting gift as well, though.
I'm still thinking about that same thing that what happened to Ferguson because he wanted to leave in 2012, but City won the league that year on the final day, so he had to extend. And what did United go and do that summer? They went and got the best striker in the league in Robin van Persie because they knew that we need this. We need to give this as a parting gift. Ferguson, do your thing. Oh, you need to win it before you go. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we will have our predictions and we will have our segment as promised from last time of the AFCON final. Welcome back, guys. Yep, good short break. Hopefully you guys had a good break as well, and maybe in that time you watched the Man United versus Arsenal highlights yet again. Those gives you dopamine and some energy a little bit. I'm gonna start with Man United. Man United versus Fulham at home. We've got one player we need to worry about in Fulham. That's Harry Wilson, having the purple part of his life. Yeah, anything he shoots turns into goals, or turns into goals. Yeah. If United play the way they played the last 2 games, I think
They're gonna win if they're gonna
carry
the form.
And they win. They have too much more quality than Fulham to if they play confidently as they have been, they win. Especially being at home, they win. I'd go for a 3-1 win.
I'm taking a 2-1 win.
We're losing. Oh, bleep that. Oh God. No.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Stop.
I'll do this next as well. I want you Chelsea to win, so you don't worry. You're good.
What about you, Yuki Masi?
Yeah, I don't know what to think anymore about United. So I'm gonna say that you guys are gonna win.
Yeah, finally, yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, Man United 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got to that point.
Did I correct the books here? Or
I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do.
No. You know, sometimes I live on Earth, so you know, I come to.
You know, occasionally Kimati resides in Earth too. You know, that's an inside joke, guys.
When I say two.
Are we gonna pick the
Neil?
sheet?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the surprising part.
I feel like I don't think it will be that surprising, to be honest, unless Harry also gets like a really good chance. Yeah, he's more than likely able to put it away, and also likely to score a worldie as well. He's very capable of that. But I do think they generally think is gonna have too much for them, because having our caliber of players on like a week's rest every week, I think would have a little bit too much for them. But then again, this is Man United talking about, like,
They're supposed to win.
yeah, there you go. So we'll find out again next week. We'll tweet. We move on to Chelsea.
We play West Ham at home.
Well, West Ham have been on the up, if I do say so myself. Yeah, but then again, it's to do as West Ham. But then again, it's also still Chelsea.
Oh.
Or is it? Give us your prediction.
I think Chelsea are going to win this game as well. I don't think by a significantly large margin. So I'm thinking maybe like a 1-goal difference. And, if Liam keeps on playing with Badiashile, then I'm going to go with a 3-2 or a 2-1. Our defense is not the strongest part of our game. But I'm hoping that on the front foot, our Brazilians will keep on playing well in Esteban and João Pedro.
Yeah. Okay. And well, I think Chelsea will have a bit more than West Ham, especially also being at home. Yeah. But for some reason, I don't know, facing those relegation threatened teams, man, never a good idea this time of the season. And I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw.
Wow. Okay.
What about you?
For me, the most thing that I'm afraid of is if West Ham actually decides to go hang on that match. Chelsea 2-1. That's all. But if West Ham decides to go hang, well, it can go either way. But I'm supporting my team. That's why I have the jersey this episode. But if they decide to go harm, we'll be harmed.
Cairo?
To give this guy some bubbles outside or something. I said 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. Okay. All right. We move on to Arsenal. Are Arsenal going to have the reaction we expect?
I would agree. I'll say yes. Absolutely, you have to.
Who are you facing?
I believe we are facing Leeds. Yeah, Leeds United.
Ellen Road?
Yeah, Ellen Road.
That's
Not the best day of the week. Yeah.
So something that I did not realize over the last couple of weeks has changed.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously Arsenal has scored the most corners in the European top 5 leagues, but the second team is Leeds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be the battle of the set pieces, huh?
Interesting. And typically when we play a team that's good at set pieces, we either score a set piece or concede one. So that's wonderful. Michael stats. What this groundbreaking
predictions people are making.
I'm being affected by what's around me right now.
In this game, someone is going to win or draw.
Or lose.
They might lose as well.
Someone's going to do one of those 3 things.
But I say, yeah, we should win that game, but it'll be close. I think probably 2-1. I'd say 2-1 or... Yeah, Leeds scoring 2 goals. I'd say 2-1. I'd say 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah,
it should be a close one, but we should be getting that victory.
2-1 Arsenal. What about you?
2-2. 12. Yeah. Hope is for Cavalier.
Another match of the drop points. Okay. What about you, Ax?
I think Arsenal will win 3-1. I do think that, like Cairo mentioned earlier, this past couple of games should have been a wake-up call to them. And I'm thinking if they picked up that phone call, then they're definitely gonna do a 3-1 win.
Okay.
I saw them pick it up.
They did.
That interesting. I go for a 3-0 win for Arsenal. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Leeds will bounce back, yeah?
I think they'll win. I will win. Yeah.
Leeds not to score.
No. Yeah. Us having it for the predictions for the next week, and move on to the.
Does you Manchester City?
We there's a very interesting game. There's a manager who was holding, I believe, a Arsenal Cup of some sort. I think his job is on the line, so he should be prepared to put in a 15 out of 10 performance. And that's Thomas Frank and his
Flap engine?
Thomas the Frank engine hit. Thomas and friends. I believe, we should have at least 2-2 draw. Tottenham, please.
That's what you're hoping for.
2-2 against City.
Versus Man City. Tottenham, to be fair, is City's bogey team.
Yeah.
City cannot just. When it comes to Tottenham, they just don't find a way, man. But then again, let's see. Let's see if those signings are gonna come.
I think Semenyo will find a way.
But be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see. I think. I don't know. Knowing the way Tottenham always behave, but then this Tottenham team as well, man. Who knows?
Not really.
I think I know. I think they're gonna lose. They're probably gonna lose. I think City 2-0.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing as well. Oh yeah, 2-0 to City. I don't think Thomas the Frank engine is gonna put up much of a fight against Pep.
They have.
Yeah. And to be frank, he's gonna lose. Well, either way, me, I'm going 3-0.
Okay.
So 2-0, 2-0, 3-0.
So 2-2.
2-2. You're still sticking with that? You just want to make sure.
Okay. Interesting.
It's American dream.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We now thank you for that reminder. We move on to our quick segment here on the AFCON final. Obviously, we're a week or so late, but here we are. Let's talk about Senegal beating Morocco in the final, and this reminds me of Brahim Diaz did have quite the penalty. Quite. We'll get to the
penalty.
We'll get to the moments that led up to that, and but we saw Kylian Mbappe score a Panenka and make it a tribute to Brahim Diaz. You gotta wonder if this guy is okay in his head, man.
Trouble.
That's
the ultimate troll.
That's gotta be surely.
Yeah, too soon. It's too soon.
No, in fact, Enzo Fernandez should have also done a Panenka in his penalty today just to, pay tribute.
In solidarity. Man.
I didn't understand the narrative that was being pushed for him apparently missing it on purpose.
I heard that as well. It did make sense to me.
There is no way Brazil missed that penalty on purpose. Like, he wanted to score, and on top of that, he wanted to embarrass. He wanted to embarrass.
Yes.
To be fair, if it had worked out, a great way for a final.
Then again, you kind of have to.
But
Have
having
your
the
research
keeper in
done.
face again.
Yeah, you have to do that. Also, Mendy. You have to have your research done, and Mendy has embarrassed people who tried to embarrass him before. Aguero.
Yeah.
The Aguero of this world. It doesn't look pretty when you try a Panenka and keeper just stands there and picks it up like it's like, whoa, well, but that was nice. Yeah, we don't. He should have done his research. But then again, what are your thoughts on Senegal leaving the pitch? A lot of people have come out to say that it was unsportsmanlike or whatnot. Maybe it caused a lot of tension and chaos, and maybe that led up to Brahim Diaz misses a penalty as well.
I'd say so, because I think it's probably about, if I'm not mistaken, 15 minutes between the penalty being given and him actually taking it. It's 17 minutes, which then he's probably thought like at least the same amount of scenarios that Doctor Strange did, and the Avengers.
So he did fight the one.
He did fight the one, and then he ended up unanking it. But I believe it's. I think they with everything does, because mind you, the cameos happening on the side of the pitch, towels are being taken, people are being wrestled to the ground, and things of that nature. Probably a lot of the 50-50s and the challenges were getting going Morocco's way and things of that nature. That all compounded in Senegal feeling, I think, that things weren't going at least their way, and the powers that be were probably swaying them in the direction of Morocco, and I think that's why they felt like, yeah, let's go about. So yes, it was a little bit unprofessional per se, but I think you could see why they are walking out, and I commend Money for bringing them back and seeing the game through. But it's interesting. I actually found out they were trying to also take it to court. And apparently you can't even do that as well. Walking off the pitch and you forfeit the game. So
yes, it's kind of quote unquote not allowed in a sense to just do that. Yes, we do have this. It's an emotional game. There's sometimes things boil over and cause havoc in that sense, but when you feel hard done by sometimes, especially with what was happening in the tournament and a lot of shouts of corruption going on. Obviously, we here at Further Back, we can't confirm anything was good. Actually, from deny anything, we are just going by the reports that were there, that a lot of corrupt things were happening and whatnot, all these, and with that in mind, and also kind of a little bit of how the Moroccans were treating the other African teams. You look at it in the towels of the goalkeepers being taken in the name of preventing black magic. That's absurd. That is absurd, man.
what are we talking about?
What are we talking about here, guys? A towel? You all think you got a voodoo stick inside there, bro? Those are the things that really can get to annoy people, and how that was let to happen. The reserve goalkeeper is fighting ball boys while the game is going on.
Yeah.
For a towel.
Yeah.
It's quite embarrassing as well for that. Like, it's an embarrassing look for the African community because the world is watching. Well, and you're seeing that's the divide that we have in Africa with North African teams and other African countries as well. Our North African countries and other African countries, you're seeing that divide and it's not great to see. It's not great to see. There's a lot of work to be done in that respect.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what happens in 4 years' time. If I'm not mistaken, they're one of the 3 countries to host the World Cup, with I think Spain and Portugal. So yeah, I think in the World Cup stage, that's not standing. It can't.
It would stand.
Yeah, because there's a game like there's actually a game of official who's overseeing a game.
Yeah,
I think that's probably his pretty much job requirements to actually to make it.
Then you look at things in that scenario where you're seeing the ref is stopping the game and saying, if your team doesn't stop doing this, we're gonna have to disqualify you. You're gonna have those big moments. You can't let ball boys why they have so much power.
Yeah,
come on, man, it doesn't make any sense. But yes, you have those shouts for corruption, as you said, and being treated unfairly and whatnot, and quote unquote people having food poisoning on the day of the final. A lot of things happen in Africa, man.
Right, anything can happen in Africa.
In Africa, anything can happen. But then that didn't stop Senegal from
a fantastic goal by talk about everything that happened. The goal itself, fantastic.
This is a great goal,
Yeah, it was almost Domo-esque.
Man, I say, Dogo be channeling his African side this season. With his volleys he's hitting, because he did win the goal of the month last month through the volley again, and he might win this month. He might probably win this month as well. Yeah, so very well taken goal by Senegal, and I think well deserved to win the tournament in the end.
Oh yeah. So I just have something to say about that Senegal situation, the AFCON final. I just have to give props to Sadio Mane. Yeah. Like when the whole thing was happening, it got to a point where he ran back to the dressing room and he told the players to come back. Like for me, like that's how I live. Like you don't give up. You if you're playing a game, you play the game, and if you lose, you lose. That's fine, but give it your best shot. Like, go out there. Personally, I didn't like what Senegal did. As in, for me, like that penalty, it was a penalty. Like, play the game. Fine, you can do whatever. Like, yeah, there were other grievances that Senegal had, but like, play the game. Like, and like Mane running down, like if you can see that clip, Mane running to the dressing room to tell his players, come outside, bro, let's finish this. And they actually won.
So it was interesting because one of the players, he's chatting on, I think, Snapchat or something. Yeah, he's talking to him. He's like, "Hey, bro, aren't you supposed to be playing right now?"
Like, she doesn't mix.
But yeah, I think and even the disallowed goal as well, I think, was one push it over there.
Yeah, the disallowed goal more rather than the penalty being given, it was the disallowed goal.
Yeah.
Because that was not a foul. But then the problem is it also wasn't checked because the referee blew the whistle before the ball went to the net. He didn't even give it a chance to go to VAR or anything, and which is very unfortunate. Yeah. But yes, blood boiled over, but it commendable that yes, Mane brought the team back out, and in the end, it shows that with resilience, sometimes you've got to see it through. It might not look the best at the moment. You got to see it through, and it worked out in the end as well. Yeah, life lessons in that, as well. But always a joy to watch our African teams perform at a high level in the AFCON, and huge possibility that it's going to be every 4 years now, or is it confirmed?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's been.
Yeah, but yeah, huge possibility that it goes out to
AFCON.
Yeah.
The next one is in 2027. It's joint hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Yes, it's gonna be next year.
Yes, in Kenya, bro.
It's every 2 years. Yes, so they're looking at obviously it started in December 2025, so it's gonna start again December 2027. But after that one, it's gonna be every 4 years. Mm-hmm. More than likely that it's gonna be every 4 years after that one. Which also goes to the stadiums, beautiful stadiums that are being built, and there's that big stadium being built in Kenya at the moment. It looks very wonderful.
Oh yeah. Sorry, just to jump in here. Every 4 years, from after 2027 one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking, and
the map and
like from this World Cup is gonna be from this AFCON it's gonna be every 4 years, and I was like, that'll be extremely tough on players, so they'll be playing AFCON and the World Cup for that, give me one calendar year. But yeah, I could say if it's from 2027, then at least it's staggered.
It's staggered. Yeah,
that should also be in line now with the Euros and also with Copa America.
Yes. I think what they're also trying to do is kind of put it in the summer as well.
Yeah, so that would be very helpful for teams like Manchester.
Oh yes.
I mean, I think if it warrants the players coming back and performing the way they are, do the next year for every season.
Don't worry, give us the top 6. Just give them to us end of January, beginning of February.
Yeah.
We'll deal with them then.
We'll deal with them perpendicular.
Give us both home and away at the same time. I don't mind.
Fantastic. Well, yeah. Again, guys, this has been a wonderful episode. Very wonderful weekend, actually, for most of us here.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward to seeing you guys again next weekend after the next round of fixtures here for the back. Then again, a special shout out to our sponsors. They are going to be magically appearing on the screen right now. With that, I've been your host, Akodawa, and these have been my co-hosts, Alex, Kimathi, and Cairo. And with that, we've been chilling. Valid.